Hello everyone, do you know I have just literally pushed the buttons on my Stream Deck and nothing wanted to work, so I'm going to reboot that. Get that started. I wonder why that is. Looks like it's running. Let's just have a look. Is it going to work now? No. I've had all sorts of things. I was talking to the boys in Discord and no one could hear me because it was going too quiet. But let's try everything. I did a reboot on my PC earlier. Apparently didn't want me to do that. Let's quit that. And let's try and start that up again. Stream Deck. And see if that fixes it. How are we all? Good to see you all. Welcome along to Wednesday night. Wednesday night multiplayer. That looks a little bit better. Let's just jump and see. We can see. No, still not wanting to work. How frustrating. Oh my goodness. How frustrating. Alright, no Stream Deck by the looks of things. We'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way tonight. 12 months you're on. Thank you, my friend. Welcome, thank you very much. Haven't even had a chance to say hello to you yet. That's annoying. Do you know, honestly, it was working 5 minutes ago and then Discord audio was not working properly, so like we'll try that. And now this isn't working at all either. How annoying. Technology. Get rid of it. How are we all? Hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday and been having a good week. We are, like I said, back here on the multiplayer server. We are, if I have a look in our map, and we're heading down and we're going to harvest some corn here in 117. We've got some corn over here in 78 and 81, which they want to get harvested so we can get the corn dryer back up and going and get that working. So that is the plan. Get down just a touch. Looking at our money, we've got $2.7 million worth of crop and products sitting in different spots around, and we're just under $50 million. So halfway to the $100 million challenge, but I'm going to go and jump into a combine. Now, let's take this one. Take the case today. 9250. This is new. I haven't actually used this yet. No. We'll go and get into it. Anyhow, Yos, hello, welcome along. Nice to see you, Dell the Gamer. How are you? I'm good, thank you for asking. Let's see, and have you here? Where did you say you were tuning in from? Watching from the UK. Nice. It's always a good time for the UK people. What is it? Just gone 8 AM. Breakfast stream with you, which is good. Lots of time. Can we, mate? How you doing? Mr. Trinity, long time no see. Good to see you. Welcome along. Feels like it's been an age since we've chatted in stream, so welcome and good to have you here. Yoran, I did say hello to you. Thank you again for 12 months of support for the channel. It is very, very much appreciated. Here comes Corp. He's locking in too. Hanson's here. He's on the server with us. We've got Scott here as well, and Corp just about to join. So there's 4 of us in here for the time being. We'll see who else joins over the next wee while. Mrs. Professor, pleasure to see you as always. Thank you very much for the reminders about the Starship launch. I sat up till 2 in the morning, and honestly, I just sat here. I had both monitors with streams from about 3 different sources, trying to get them all synced and just watching it, and I just sat here with the biggest grin on my face. It was I couldn't believe it after watching the one in April where they had all sorts of issues and didn't get very far, and engines not igniting and not burning straight away to watch that booster take off with all the engines lit and everything like that. It was just, you know, it's one of those things, kind of, I liken it to the moon landing. You know, people grew up in the 60s and that, watching them, the space race and getting to the moon. I kind of see this as our generational thing. For that, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Right, let's get this unfolded and we'll get started in the field here. Not so good. Stepped on a toy of your son, twisted your ankle and broke a piece of your shin. Ouch! Underneath the little bump on the inside of the foot. I'm not underneath the little. Ow! Brace and taking painkillers. Yeah, that doesn't sound very pleasant. All the bones to break. One in your shin. Nasty. Right, let's have a look here. I'm going to bump my cruise control down. I'm going to run at 14 miles per hour today. Corn's yielding quite well, so we're going to do that. Which way is the long edge of this field? We are heading along the wrong long edge, so I'm going to turn my GPS on and do that along this way. That's the best bet for it. Upside is you can work from home the whole week. I suppose if you've got to find a positive in it, that's one, I suppose. Alright, let's get that turned on, check our lines. All done. Perfect. Perfect. I need to take coffee. Nope. We're on whiskey. So this one tonight, look at how dark that is. This is one by a New Zealand whiskey, another one. Scapegoat. They make gin. They started out making gins and they're onto whiskies now. It's a very different taste. It's not certainly nothing like a Scottish whiskey or anything like that. It's a lot different. But equally good. Looking forward to trying it. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Good to see you. Work had you day in, day out. The holidays started early for you after putting in the hours. It's good to be back. Nice, mate. When you say you're on like Christmas holidays already? I'm just looking at that. I get the feeling. Yes, we've got stalk stompers on there. But maybe we had crop destruction turned on the server now. I know that Alma, Missouri server has it turned on, but it looks like we might have stalk stompers or something on the back of the header, which is protecting those tracks. They really need protection, but it is what it is. Kiwi Simulations, thank you very much for becoming part of the AG team. Pleasure, mate. Nice to have you here. Alright, we are 60% full, but we have got a grain cart right behind us, so that's good. Just to tidy that up. Ooh, the lag. Ooh, skitty. Let's see if we can unload going along this edge. Keep opening the field up. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Kiwi Sims. Great to have you. Let's turn our cruise control back on. Mr. Haythornthwaite, good evening, my friend. How are you? How is things in your world? Figured you'd want to see it. Had multiple streams going too. It was amazing to see, and the pad stayed intact. But yeah, well, that's what they're talking about. Depending on the results of the FAA investigation into the flight termination systems and everything, they reckon they could be launching again in 3 or 4 weeks, which is just epic, as far as I'm concerned. Epic. So, see what happens. But yeah, get a chance to watch it, honestly. It's just, one of those sort of mind-boggling things where you think that rocket's 120 meters tall or 400 feet or something like that, 300 and something feet, and the flame out the back of the rocket was over 1,000 foot long or something, 300 meters. It's like 3 times the length of the rocket. It's nuts. Hey TJ, how you doing? Lurking in the background and joining the server at the same time. Nice. Man flu, staying home today. Nice. Now, look at this. Look at his hair! I have it! It arrived! I haven't even had a chance to set it up yet. The steering wheel came separately, so I literally got the joystick came last Friday and then the steering wheel arrived yesterday or the day before, when it was. But yeah, literally haven't even had a chance to have a play around and set it up, so that is going to be a job for me probably at this stage on the weekend. I want to try and get it done earlier, but just trying to cram everything in. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to have a play with that. Pretty excited. Burned your arm last night when cooking. Approximately 2 tablespoons of hot oil splashed onto your wrist. Now it's very red. I put burn gel on. It's something everyone should have because it helps if you end up needing it. Absolutely. And, vouch for that. One of my boys' friends was cooking noodles at home today. They had a day off school, and it sounds like he managed to tip some scalding water on him somehow, and he's got a burn on his thigh. Gaming is a cure for man flu, Yoss. 100%. 100% can confirm. Good January at the earliest. Yeah, well, I think that's probably more realistic. I think the 3 to 4 weeks was probably Elon time, which we all know is a lot more optimistic than reality might be. Whatever time it is, it's pretty awesome. Practice using it while playing in my OSR on the ropes. Yes, I will. I'll have to do that, Mark. I'll have to do that. So yeah, I'm excited to get that set up and have a proper play around with it. It's pretty cool. It feels really different to the T6. Oh, watch where I'm going. It feels very different to the 1600s, 16,000s. Just the joystick size, it's a much larger, dare I say, girth. But in your grip, it would actually, to be perfectly honest, I think a child's hand would actually struggle with it. Should get my boys to have a play around with it and see what they think. Does sound like it'd be a bit hard. Right, stay there, Scott. I'm just going to swing around, unload for a second. Then I'm going to open up the middle of the field. Gaming secure to most things, it is. Hey, FSG, how you doing? Nice to see you. Look, I'm able to wear your hat. It doesn't disappear in the background. How do you come into a conversation about girth? I was just saying how girthy that is. Like it's a good handful compared to the 16,000s. That's pretty cool, though. Oops. It's not waiting for me to get out of the way. But I haven't even had a chance to get it set up yet. We'll have to do that at some stage. How are you, mate? You good? Now I haven't even... It's definitely been on the burgers, yeah. No, I haven't even plugged it in yet. Haven't even plugged it in. Burgers, as in it's eaten too much, Yos. It's been carb loading. Bit round, bit rotund. Off work today, heading to your egg machinery show in about 15 minutes. Oh, nice. Is that the one you're doing with John Deere? Will be fun. Good day. Delta Gamer, are you from Australia, the land of the dangerous animals? No, I'm from their big brother over the pond, where we have no dangerous animals and a whole lot of flightless birds, which would be absolutely screwed if we had the dangerous animals. New Zealand. Anyhow, while FSG's here, I'm going to plug Logging League in a couple of weeks. We are going to be back. Said about it in a stream, I think on the weekend. We are going to run a little one-off, loosely called the Christmas Cup, a little one-off Logging League competition just to introduce some new rules, some new game rules, I guess, match rules for what hopefully will be Logging League Season 2 next year. So we're going to be doing that on 2nd of December, Saturday the 2nd of December UK time, Sunday the 3rd of December New Zealand time. It is sponsored by Yos Modding, 100%. Doesn't know it yet, but he's coming up big. Prizes courtesy of Yos. Early access to all his mods for 12 months. Here we go, happy days. I missed a lot of spaghetti out of here, Nismo. How are you, mate? Good to see you. FSG must be good morning to you. We're winding down to bedtime here. In New Zealand, it's the humours that are dangerous. Yep, not wrong, Yos. Brett Wells, hello, welcome along, mate. Good to see you. Hello, Paul. Welcome, mate. Nice to have you here. Hope you are well. Nobody would participate. Chinook, how are you, my friend? What's, have you been working? Are you working this week? Oh, goodness. Alright. I'm going to be back in just 1 minute. I have a timer going off, which has our sprinklers outside on, so bear with me. I will be back. I'm back. Microwave pasta's ready. Oh, catch my breath now. It's not good. Unfit. You're working, Chinook. How's the flight scheduling going on after all the weather headaches Wellington's had the last couple of days? Whew. Shouldn't sprint that fast at this time of night when you're not ready for it. No warm up. I could have, lucky I didn't strain a muscle. Hey Scooter, how you doing? Can't believe you're actually catching an Argsy stream during the week. Which must mean you are up incredibly early, as is Mr. Forward Agricultural Solutions. How are you, mate? See you both. Welcome along. Months since your dad passed in Ismo, you're doing well. I'm pleased to hear that, mate. Pleased to hear that. Obviously, I can't comment on what it must be like because I haven't had to experience that myself, but good to hear you're doing well, man. Alright, where is the other combine? Okay. Right, carry on in this section. Microwave pasta is nice. I mean, you're not wrong, I don't disagree. Let's see how our GPS is going to line up here. Perfect. Good. Good, good, good. Are you still over in Aussie Nismo, or are you back in New Zealand? Alright, I want to get back into our Lego soon too. But it's just annoying that my Stream Deck's not working. That's so frustrating. Figure out what that is. We'll close it, quit it once more, and then we'll try restarting it again. Give it one more chance to get up and going. See if it's going to work this time. Interesting. It's like it registers it for a second because when I open the app it shows up the correct screens, but nothing. Nothing. Alright, we'll just have to do the old school way and click on OBS to change things. Microwave pasta should be banned. You should be banned, Yos. Isn't there a ban Yos movement somewhere? Great to have them back. Agreed, if not just back, but back in modding. So that's even more exciting. Having them back, creating cool stuff for us. Dealing with crew hotels which are all booked up, so I had to drive them to Palmerston North for the rest. They should have hit us up, Chinook. I would have had a couple stay over for a nominal fee. Right, let's get wrapped around here and we're going to have a look at our Lego and see what we're up to. I'll stop calling it Lego. It's not Lego. Our construction blocks. Right, let's see. Where are we? So, I go to that one. Oh, now my camera's... Look, my camera's stopped too. Oh my goodness. Frozen camera. Oh well. Looks like we're not going to get any Lego tonight, my friends. I'm sorry to say. Something isn't very happy. So it's just going to have to be actual work. Get that open, corpse there, we'll be full soon. It's a shame. These are my stewardess friends, they'll be staying over tonight. You're making a broad assumption that I meant female air crew farm some guy. I'll have you know that in New Zealand are leaders with a very mixed gender air crew. How's the weather and family and weather down? I'm not in Marston, it's my Palmerston North. But the weather in Palmerston North today was cracking. Beautiful day. Went and watched one of the boys play football tonight and it was warm. I got in the car after work, it had been parked in the sun, it was 27.5 degrees. It was cooking. It was, yeah, beautiful day. Hey, 5Gen Farms, how you doing? Good to see you. Makes me a backpackers. That's what it takes, Chinook. Lots of things to work on. Good to hear. Good to hear. Quick question for Farm Sim Legends. You're having issues with speed. That's an interesting one. I haven't come across that. Courseplay limiting worker speed to 25 kilometers an hour while the implement working speed is higher. So we don't have Courseplay installed, so I can't look at it on here. But where is the control limits for speed in Courseplay? There is. Auto drive, you can control the speed in a lot more than Courseplay. Is it? If it's the same tool doesn't have an issue with a AI helper doing it, in-game helpers, and yeah, that is a little bit of a puzzling one, Michael. I wish I had the answer for you. Just to clarify, Chinook, if you come to Palmerston North, there's not a bed for you. Okay, just you'll have to make other arrangements. Well, the good news is, while the camera might not be working, at least my controller is, and everything else is, so we can at least play the game. You can sleep in the shed, it's cool. Alright. There was a possum in the shed the other night. You'll have good company. So, let's have a look. This is our work area today. 117 at the moment. Once we're done here, we're going to road trip all the way down here to 78 and 81, which is a bit of a haul actually. But we'll worry about getting this finished first. Like I said, we're wanting to get the grain dryer back up and going. It's out of corn at the moment. My wife would have something to say about that. She doesn't want to sleep with a possum, you mean? Fortunate. It's incredibly frustrating not getting to do the Lego. I'm not going to be able to do it next week. I'm not going to be able to stream next Wednesday night either because I'm going to be away on a school camp as well. So honestly, we're going to struggle to get this track done before Christmas. I did spend some time tonight trying to get all the cables tidied up on the motors though, so I think I've got those in the correct spot, so which is progress. I'm still in school. Absolutely, Yos. Not just look young, I am young. Once you have kids, you understand. And she sees one, she's halfway up a tree. It's probably the worst place to go for a possum, because they can climb trees. Like... on camera I do. But in person, what, I'm older. Because you can't see my beer gut. What are you saying? Squeaky, squeaky thing. So how's everyone been enjoying, those of you who have played the premium expansion? How have you been enjoying the new map, the new crops, the new equipment? Has it been something you can see playing for some time, or is it a one and done type deal? FSG doesn't know it yet, but we're going to diversify Australia and we're going to start growing carrots in Aussie farms. I lie, we're not going to do that. But yeah, of course, obviously, no Aussie Farms video today because we had all sorts of issues. with FSG connecting. He was having issues with his computer on Sunday night, and I was exhausted after a long day at a futsal tournament with my boys, so we ended up pulling the pin. And FSG was organised and managed to do a video to replace it, and I haven't, so there we go. Cheers, Brett. You have a good one too, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you again soon. Bored already. Follow Me mod makes harvesting the root veggies a breeze. Total nightmare. They carried through to your Sunday Court Farms episode 2. That's the one with your audio issues. Didn't see that. Let's grow kiwis instead. It's funny you say the Follow Me mod makes it a breeze, and that's interesting because I tried to do an experiment and use the self-propelled carrot harvester and set it up with Courseplay and auto drive, so running the harvester on Courseplay, the trailer on auto drive, but the trailer kept on trying to go behind the combine, behind the harvester. It didn't go beside it for whatever reason. I could not figure it out. All I can think of is because it was on the first headland pass, it thought I can't drive outside the field, I've got to stay inside the field. You know how like a forage harvester, when you're opening a field up, the forage harvester might drive behind, the trailer might go behind the forage harvester. That's all I can think was the reason it didn't work. So I probably should have, and that was on reflection. I thought about that. I probably should have tried it with after I've done a headland pass and see if it worked or not. It certainly didn't work straight off the bat. Imagine those huge fields with carrots in, that'd be the never-ending harvest. I know we'd need Mark Thor's harvesters. You couldn't get to work either, that's why you use Follow Me. Yeah, interesting, eh? Interesting. So, auto drive, when I was in the trailer, I was watching the auto drive dialogue and it kept on popping up saying combine behind or combine rear, and it just kept on trying to go behind the combine. So whether it's some way of how they've programmed those harvesters, I'm not sure. Yeah, I can see how Follow Me would be good. Follow Me is a mod I haven't used much of in 20. In fact, not haven't used much of. I don't think I've used it at all in 22. So worth giving it a go. That's cool. Wearing a messy Ferguson overalls, driving a fence. Because that's not too bad. You didn't use it at all till now. Well, there we go. Your reason to try a different mod out. We're making some good progress. Let's run down there and carry on. What I can do now, seeing I'm not doing any Legos, rearrange my desk so my keyboard's back in front of me. I tray a Lego down on the ground so I won't knock it over. There we go. G'day Jason, how are you? Hope your day's been all going to be good. Mine wasn't too bad. Weather was good. I'll give it that. It's nice moving into, well, what are we? Only 8 days away from summer. Right on the tail of spring for us. A lot of you guys will be heading into winter. Nasty 79, hey Argsy chat, good to see you. Hard at it, mate. Nothing like watching a man work while you're having dinner. Nice one. Thanks, Nasty. Almost 2 years, Chinook. Crikey. It's, solid effort, mate. Thank you very much. Miss you and your Chinook. Yeah, it sucked actually last night. Last week, Hanson, he was actually available. He'd messaged me to say, oh, I'm not working tonight, I'll be able to join. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, mate. I'm really not feeling in the mood to do a stream. I was exhausted and needed a night off. But here we are. You're there in spirit. That's what I'm driving. I'm driving your combine for you. Can't see yourself playing the new map for very long, but I'll do the crops on other games, I think. Yeah, so I kind of thought about it, Ant, and I'm pleased to see that the crops just automatically populate on the map so long as you got the premium expansion enabled, which is pretty cool. Days have been tops of around 30, so perfect harvesting weather. Nice, Jason. Those would be full swing in Aussie at the moment, wouldn't it? Before it gets too hot. Yeah, I hopped in. I said before, I hopped in the car after work. I've been in the sun all day, but it was swell. It was 27.5. The car temperature was. I know that would have been artificial because of sitting in the sun, but still pretty pleasant. Pretty pleasant. Right, let's see. So we're going to get this done pretty quick. I need to figure out the quickest way to get over here because we're at the end of the field. It's probably just straight down the road and back down to 81. Going to get those ones done. Oh, that must be pretty full, is he? What is he? 95%, 96%. Working out pretty well. We can run off and go and unload, and we can go and start another pass. How's my GPS looking here? Yeah, perfect. Cool. Get my cruise control on. I was going to say nothing quite like a little bit of harvesting and convoy there. G'day Shane, how are you? Good evening, mate. Nice to see you. Guys in Discord are talking about kangaroo bars. Can we zoom out far enough to get Hanson? What? Not quite, he's just too far in front of us. That's spotless, Nismo. Absolutely spotless. Made Chinook do it. Stood over him until he did. I said, Chinook, you go and clean that car for Nismo. Go clean that vehicle. Mike's, does anyone know how to get the Dodge Ram mods? On PC, Mike? Google's your friend if it's on PC. I can't think of any Dodge Rams off the top of my head. I'm just trying to remember now. Did Elk Mountain Modding do a Dodge? I can't remember. I'm sure they had like a Ram service vehicle, didn't they? Positive it was. Only think of dodgy Rams. You'll fit right in New Zealand then. Yos. Hey Bo, how you doing? See you. Nah, he didn't deserve it. He didn't do a very good job. More of a standover tactic type thing. Enjoy your day off today, Bo. Didn't hear me because your volume was down, Mike. I was just saying I think Elk Mountain Modding released a Dodge Ram. Which was a service truck. I'm sure that's what I used on my mining series, but other than that, all I can think of is Google. I can't remember whether who's actually released any. Is there any way to debug FS22 in Steam? I'm still getting issues with missing wheels after the most recent updates. So you can, Shane, you go into Steam and you right click on the game and you can validate files. And it will go through and validate all your files and make sure you've got all of them there and things like that. And then if there's any files missing, it'll pick them up and tidy them up. Reinstall them. I know you thought that, but I wanted to follow you. Looks cool. Spend a chunk of the morning editing some music you've been commissioned to do. Fair enough. Hey, no worries, Shane. I've heard a few people actually have had to reinstall the game to get things to work properly after the update, but turn on crop destruction corp just to make sure you can. I've also been told on good authority if you left shift and double click on the Giants version on the shortcut on your desktop when you start the game, you can go through and validate files that way. That's how we, for early access, get given access, so we can go through that and with a password, and that can unlock the development streams. But tell you what, sounds disturbing. It is disturbing, Chinook. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Well, I tell you what, that whiskey's got a bit of a bite to it. Hasn't worked properly from the start. Not this guy again. Mr. Dave from G-Portal, how are you, mate? Welcome back from your vacation. Hope you had a blast after TwitchCon and whatnot. Got some good time off. I've been meaning to drop your line actually. I was thinking about it when I saw that you were back the other day. I was like, oh, that's a man I need to talk to. Nice. Ready to rock and roll. Speaking of rocking and rolling, what did folks think of the Las Vegas Formula 1? I've got to admit, I was actually pleasantly surprised at the racing. I actually thought it had a bit more racing than it might have otherwise had. Which is pretty cool. Bit of overtaking, a few lead changes. It's like Max had to actually work for it. Good. Hopefully we can see a little bit more development from some of the other teams for next year and some closer racing, bit of competition. Be good. Better than you and Max thought it would be. Did you you and he agree on something? Oh. Great race, you didn't think it was going to be much either. It's Professor. Yeah, it certainly was. I think the I mean the early safety car in that sort of shook it up a little bit, but reach out to him, have a chat about what it is. Yeah. We'll do, mate, we'll do. Just carrying on our conversations we started 6 weeks ago and kind of never really got anywhere with. Quite like the race, glad Max could redo the initial overtake in the right way. Yeah. Yeah. I think the sort of the whole we can have no grip to start off with because it's so hard to get tyre temperature was warranted. I'm curious now though. I wonder if it's I wonder if that's going to be a tactic they use and actually pick some races that they are at colder times, so it does become a bit more of a challenge. I don't know. And the dust on the road, that's true. It will be a good conversation. It was cool watching. I'd love to go and see this sphere. This is Professor. That thing blows my mind. From an architectural point of view and designer and everything, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty cool. So anyone who's just joining us, welcome along. Nice to have you all here. I know it does say we're building a Case 1455. I can show you part of it. However, I have had all sorts of things break just as I started streaming, so our camera is not working, so I can't build the Lego. But if you're interested in what it is we're building, I will show you. Where is it? Ah, it's not on this. Not on the next one. Oh, maybe it's the end of this. There it is. So you can see it just there on the right. In fact, if I move that over, is it going to work a little bit better? Maybe not. Anyhow, we're working on this Carter set, which is it's called a tractor, but it's modelled on the Case 1455. So that was meant to be what we were going to do today, but technology has proven otherwise. And yeah, now we're kind of stuck. I'm going to go the other way. Focus on this block. Your ad blocker didn't remove any of that garbage in Vegas. Any crashes in the first lap should just be classed as a racing incident after that, Stuart. Then you'll get some idiot who goes and just bombs down the inside without any care, hoping it pays off. I remember, in fact it was, you'd remember this, Bo, oh my goodness, Liam Lawson. I think it was Liam Lawson in the DTM, German touring cars 2 years ago. And the South African guy in the last race, second to last race of the season, when it was sort of fighting for the championship, he just did a big dive bomb down the inside and it took Liam out, basically. Relegated him to the back of the field. He carried on, got a penalty, but it basically cost Liam the championship, or any chance of the championship at that stage. So, but I know what you're meaning. I know what you mean. Because you can't. I think I'd be inclined to say there was an air of deliberateness around what Max did. He knew what he was doing. He knew he was going to have no grip down the dirty side of the track on cold tyres, but he still tried to commit to overtaking someone who was on the cleaner side of the had the racing line. It's always going to end up that way. But if you know you're only going to get a 5-second penalty for it, then why not? Track position's king. No, I'm Argsy. Argsy Gaming. From New Zealand. I don't know where I'm going to go because there's a combine one way and a track to the other. I want to go that way, Scott. Max is Max, eh? Pretty much. Pretty much. But yes, it is Dave of the G-Portal variety. Now if you move very quietly, talk in a low voice. Excellent. Yos. Get out of here. Get out of here with those inflammatory remarks. Aiming for a reaction, if anything. Do you know what, Bo, though? A lot of people would say the same thing about Shane Van Gisbergen. With his aggression. Scooter, you're off to bed. Have a great rest of the day, night, wherever you are. Same to you, my friend. Thanks for being able to tune in, even just for a while. Nice to have you company. Hope you have a good sleep, rest easy, and catch up with you again soon. Where's the pan button? Don't knock you with low voices. I mean, if I've got a favour to ask you, FSG, I'm going to drop you a DM. So I'm working on something. I'm going to need your voice for 5 seconds. Saying something other than Argsy rules. I mean, if you just said voice, Chinook, then it might have been an option, but during that sexy part at the start. You're welcome to have your voice for 5 seconds. Vote for Argsy, not Pedro. Has anyone else seen Napoleon Dynamite? Such a good movie. First time I watched it, I thought it was the weirdest, craziest, stupidest thing ever, but since then I've watched it a couple more times and just thought this is so clever. Chinook, I haven't finished watching your video completely, but your tour of North Airport was incredible. It looks so much just like being there. Does this mean the next step of the trip? No, it's just something completely different. No, but it's I've planned out my next month and a half trying to figure out videos, because obviously we'll be away. Likely be away for a week and a half, 2 weeks after Christmas, and I've just been like, right, what do I want to try and achieve between now and then? Apart from finishing all the work I need to do at work and organise everything else out, what videos am I going to try and do? So it's there, they're in the list. A18 Gamer, how are you? AlphaTauri walking closer with Red Bull for next season, renaming to Racing Bulls, you believe? Racing Bulls, that's an interesting name. I'm not sure I agree with that. I don't mind the name change. I like when they were, what was it, Scooter Toro? But yeah, would be working closer together would be good. I'm more intrigued to see what happens in the off season with Perez and whether he sees out next year or not. Right, let's line up. We line up. Let's keep all the critics happy. Pirouettes to pick it up. Famous incident that occurred when Flavio Vittori was in charge of the Benetton team, Mild 7's team library, where the number 2 driver practiced an accident on the wire lap for the first lap. If you want to see a good example of teamwork, Google Debris in the in Bathurst 1000 in 2017. Debris. Funniest story ever. Tutorial videos, you hope? No. Yes, actually, Bo. Yes. Airport is okay, there's just a few issues with the scenery. I was actually intrigued to see how far the scenery went beyond the airport, whether you'd spot our house. Tim Haslam will be happy to, of course. Of course. Ways to do it for Tim. Perez coming second in the championship, what more could they ask for? Wow. I would have thought maybe a driver who was competitive with their teammate when he's driving the same machinery, but I don't know. Your guess would be Perez and Danny Rick swapping. He had that guess when he lost his seat. I don't know. It's an interesting one, isn't it? The whole Danny Rick thing's interesting for me. This Formula One's been so much about, you know, young talent coming through, and you know they hang on to the world champions, the Alonsos and you know Vettels and Hamilton. Vettel's not there anymore, but okay. Those guys who've performed year in, year out, and still can be a force to reckon with. But I know he doesn't have the equipment to be able to do it, but still, I don't know. Anyhow, right, what are we doing? We're turning this off. We're folding that up. Folding this up. And I'm guessing we're going down to the other field. So we'll jump in the cab and go for a drive. Always been quite brutal with drivers apart from Max, although Lawson's done pretty well. Yeah, he seems to be pretty well respected, doesn't he? Well, pretty well seen in the team, so hopefully we'll see a Kiwi having a much more permanent seat. Little known fact, Brendan Hartley, who raced for AlphaTauri, of course, with Pierre Gasly, was that his teammate or was it Alex Albon at the time? Gasly took his seat, I think. He's from Palmerston North, from my hometown. It will be there as photogrammetry. Okay. Pretty cool. Vittori's meant to be under a lifetime ban for that and other shenanigans. Now works with new F1 owners as a commercial manager. Interesting in the V8s here in Aussie, well not here but in Australia, the V8s. So their director of motorsport for the event, the organisation, Adrian Burgess, is leaving at the end of the year, and it's suspected or expected that he is going to go and join one of the teams as a director of motorsport for one of the teams. And they've just announced that Tim Edwards, who's the dealer or the team principal for the Tickford team, is leaving Tickford. Well, they announced that a while ago, but he's joining Supercars in that role. But because it's expected that Adrian Burgess is going to be going to a team next year, he's actually being pulled from being the director of motorsport for V8s for this weekend's racing in Adelaide. There's a few people saying there's a conflict of interest if he's going to be joining a team next year to have basically unrestricted access to all the team's data at the last round. So on our way. 78 and 81, so we've got a heck of a drive all the way down here. Oh, who knows? Always interesting. It's Van Gisbergen's last round this weekend at Adelaide. Are we gone? Have a change. Took a bit longer to do than I thought, actually. That's our soybeans. They are ready to go, so that'll be a task for someone later on. Not sure what happened to this field here. Being ploughed, and probably a contract plough or something like that, is it? We don't own that. We ploughed for a contract and over-ploughed over the edges. What it is? We own this one on our left yet? Yes, 108,000. Saw that recently on YouTube. YouTube's the source of knowledge. It's actually interesting the other day. I was just chatting to people. I might have been on a stream about how many people just use YouTube as their source of entertainment. You know, they get all their news and views on things. Fascinating, actually. Shane is off to NASCAR. Indeed. Never get your beacon to reflect off surfaces. Is that a setting on your graphics card or something you can adjust in game? It's a game setting, but you need to do it before you get into game. Oh, it's one of the graphics settings. But it might be that your graphics card isn't grunt enough to do it. Lift up here. I watch more YouTube than TV too, A18 gamer, but I still watch things like the news and things like that on normal TV. I think it's in the main game settings before you load your game. Bingo! SG's got you there, boat. It's nothing. Look at some. Alright, go for a cruise. Should have just put it on auto drive. Could have done it itself. Yes, the corn head on the case tractor is much better than the green one. Nice to have a proper red folding grain head, or corn head that's the same size as the green ones. Right down the middle of the road. Actually interesting, I was watching just before we started stream actually, I was watching Millennial Farmer's latest video about how he was spouting superlatives for their folding corn header and how good it is. How impressed he is with the technology and things. It's true though, you think about it. I said, I don't know if anyone else has watched DJ's video from Agritechnica, but honestly, I highly recommend going and checking it out because it is basically a catalogue of every piece of farming equipment in Farming Simulator all in one spot. It's awesome. Like he's just going around all the stands and he's like, there's Vaderstad and there's Pottinger and there's Skavernland and there's JCB and Class and Kinsey and everything there. You know, all these things that you've seen in game, you're like, oh, I guess it's real machinery because it's based on something, but you've never seen it yourself. But like the stone pickers, the European stone pickers, the ELO makes those. Look, now we're going to make it across that bridge. This one here, the ELO, and like he's got one of those. There's one of those there, and it's just like, wow, that's just to see how big it is. Pretty cool. Doing a contract on the Oaks, you'll have a look up to chat. Good. Cool. Good, great job of showing all the brands and especially the stuff we don't see now in country. Exactly, Jason. Exactly. That's what I thought too. Yeah, like there's all sorts. What else? Like the mulches, these TMC Kinsella stuff. Like yeah, I had all of that. Go through these and see all the different bits and pieces he saw. Pretty cool. Need to fix Nightbot. Need to fix Night. So many things to do, not enough time to do it. Interesting. Let's have a look. I'm curious. How much corn have we got so far? Corn, 600,000 litres. And is there still some to go? Kenworth. There's still another 78,000 litres in one of the Kenworth. So 678,000 litres off that field. Right. Happy days. Happy days. Incendiary, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Have you here? GoPro's charged, you hitting out. Have a good day. Night, everyone. Cheers, FSG. Enjoy your day as well, mate. Looking forward to seeing what you come back with. I see someone in front of me. No, someone behind. That's me. Someone coming behind me. Like this. Hey. Oh, no, I meant to unfold it. I was going to be cheeky and unfold my corn heater, so he couldn't do that. Hope the cab smells nice after you were in it. There's marks on the seat, Chinook. Left the door open too. Fresh air. Get the smell out of here. Chinook smell. Alright. That's not too many autographs, FSG. Look, I've got. Where's that? Here it is. While we're synchronizing. Look at that. Thanks for your support, FSG. Didn't do one for me, that was specifically for Mrs. Argsy. I like this one better actually, this FSG postcard. Looks much better with the sticker on it. So many good memories. ArmCon 2024, what do we reckon? Might have to be something we try and organise. I'll tell you what, we might actually have to stop up here and get some fuel too. Court stopped in for some food, so we might have to stop and get some diesel. You need to get an FSG autograph for Floyd. Get me our spots by WD-40 yesterday. You're meant to be gone. Get out of here. Yeah. Diesel on. I need to get a new mic arm. It's probably what I should do. One that doesn't squeak. Cheers, Corp. Corp left a burrito and a 2-litre Pepsi at the counter for me. We got a drink. We got a cup holder. I think it's probably a fridge or chiller underneath the buddy seat, so we'll be good. What price we're paying for our diesel? 389 per gallon, isn't it? Same price for unleaded and unleaded plus. Your CRC people. There's a deer in the wild. Casually pulling into the servo. Why not? Right. Looks like they've gone down to 78. I was going to stay at 81 so I didn't have to go as far. Seeing the trucks down at 78. We'll move on down there. I'm sure we can facilitate an FSG autograph somehow, Bo. Alright. Alright, starting unfolding. I wonder if we can use the same GPS course. Have a look. Right. Where's our line? We can do that. We'll just have a little bit of an overlap. We'll use the same GPS course. That's also going to do. Right. I'll turn my lights off. It's alright. Need those flashing away anymore. Done, done, done. Asked me to show him the photo of you and FSG you sent us when you were visiting from time to time. Haha, nice. It's funny actually, I saw that today, Bo, when I was scrolling back through my messages with you to find that Google Drive folder. No. I'm not going to leave that like that. We are going back and picking those ones up. No soldiers left behind. Alright. See you, Shane. Good luck with getting your game fixed and resolved, mate. Hope you can get that working out. Hey, Legion, how are you, man? Good to see you, good to see you. Amazing some of the things he decides are important to him. Pretty cool. Pretty cool when you think about it. Ready for some planting tonight. Planting on the server. That'll be tomorrow night for me, Legion. It'll be tomorrow night. But if you want to get on and do some work, go for it. Go for it. What happened to my mod? It failed testing, Mark. It looked like it was a long list of things that it failed on, but actually when I was talking to Dazed about it, there's only a couple of things and it's just a few errors. And he's told me, suggested some ways to get around it. One of the parts I didn't want to have a ground leveling on, and so I deleted that aspect of it completely. Ooh, did he miss the tree? Well done, Scott. Good driving. Oh no, you got caught up on it just. But he suggested a way to get around it, so we're gonna go through and fix those. but I just haven't had the time to yet. But we will get there. We will get there. I'm going to get to the corner. No, State's got... okay. Right. There's probably not actually room for you to go down here because of the length of the auger. Sure, we'll find out. I did your planting Monday night now just to watch it grow. Oh, you know, we're right. You can fit. What's our GPS look like on this side? That one's even better actually. Okay, perfect. Same course twice. If want you to start planning, let me know. Yeah, cool. Yeah, you're welcome to, Legion. If you've got some time and want to spend it in there, I think I really wanted to get those fields cultivated and get Mark to pick the stones up out of them. Particularly the one that had the canola in it, the one on the corner, but time may be against us to do that. And the other thing I was going to do is I was going to plant the canola field on the corner. I was going to put grass in. The wheat field I was going to put canola in. And the current grass field next to the new field I was going to put wheat into. Do a bit of a crop rotation through those as well. Only one has stones in it. Yeah, the one in the corner has a few stones in it, Mark. Oh, do you actually know what you could do, Legion? If you want to do something is, before I plough the grass, is I wanted to mow that and take the grass off it, make some silage bales. That was the other thing to do. Yeah, cool. I'll drop you a note in Discord afterwards. Awesome sauce. Thank you. Plant sunflowers, I'll loan you my cedar. What, you don't want canola now, Bo? Jeepers creepers. There's some people you just can't please, can ya? I want everyone to plant canola. When am I going to make canola oil? Buy as much as I can get. I'm going to plant canola. Oh, can you plant sunflowers? Change my mind. Don't know how it is you do business, Bo, but you need to be a little bit more open and provide advanced warning and notice of some of these changes. You'll take both. Which one will you pay me more for? Which one will you pay me more for? Or soy if you get the new oil. Yeah, well, there's that too. Who's got a sunflower heater, Bo? Someone have a sunflower heater? Alright, so what have we got? Trucks down here. Harvesting, they've actually gone around that field. Who's in the Zarian? DJ's in the Zarian. Is he mulching that? He is out mulching that. Good man. Happy days. I think Hanson will buy one to see his planted corn. Right. Ooh, we've got a grain cart coming in hot. Scott coming in hot. Gonna buy one. You says it's a used one for sale at the moment, but I think you'll get the corn headers. You can do contracts with it. It's a sensible idea. And we're only just going to get to the end, 80% full. Big long passes in this field compared to the other one. Bushel plus on for 10% extra crop. It's a good bonus, isn't it? Oh, bushel plus. All right. So what do we got in there? What do you got? We've got lots of fields on this map. Look at all the crops we've got. Yep. Corn, soybeans, we've harvested that corn, we've got more corn there. That oats in that one, corn, some soybeans, corn. And then 109's grass at the moment. Plus 56. But yeah, big chunk of the map. Swath. Actually, it's probably the next biggest. 119? Oh, definitely. That one there's definitely the biggest field we don't own. That's not far behind. It's at 56 and 31. It is quite a way behind, is it? Don't think we need any more though. It's all corn. Right up to the top of the cab. Especially on contracts, you'd keep more. That's a good shout too. You're in the spectrum, so your place for global domination changes by the year. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. What are we going to do tonight, Bovine? Same thing we do every night, Argsy. Plan to take over the world. All right. We need to have a swap. Do we have to drive a grain cart for a while? We don't need to be doing this because this would be our normal wrong button. Why shouldn't I try and change between keyboard and controller? I'm going to change view on my keyboard. Almost a full truck. Not quite. Very close to both the trucks down here. No, both there. Need to be careful using that header on contracts, Argsy. It messes with the crop state after as it shows as mulch not harvested. So, okay. You're saying because the crop state uses the contract completion, does it use the harvested percentage of the field that's showing up as harvested? That's an interesting point. I hadn't thought about that. Hey, Aussie Dan, how you doing? That's a good point. I suppose that's the way the map calculates it, isn't it? Look at the mulch. Pass takes a little bit off, which is a small percentage. See up here, all our passes, how much it actually took off. See where I harvested. Got caught out on that one on Huron. Yeah, so we I mean we don't have too many big contracts, but I suppose make sure we use the John Deere. And little things like that, you get a mod like this where it's like, oh, that's kind of clever how it uses the stalk stompers. It uses the mulch state to convert it to, so you can see the lines and sort of simulates stock stompers, but yeah, you don't think about the impact it might have elsewhere. Alright, we'll get to the end. Let's see if Scott wants to have a swap. Grab a combine. We'll jump in the grain cart for a bit. So there's no trucks have gone back yet, which should tell me how much corn. 78. There we go. That was about that 680,000. That's what we thought. It's good. You can even see the stompers under there. Because there's the other one of the John Deere headers. You can put the stock stompers on the full width of it down, and it'll mulch the field. Quite clever. Hey Farms and Bob, how you doing? Do I use a stream deck? I'm thinking about picking one up during Black Friday. Funny story there, Farms and Bob. Yes, I do. However, I'm not tonight because for whatever reason, literally 5 minutes before the stream, it decided to stop working, and I know why. There's something happened with the... It'll be the PC update I did yesterday, and it's had a bit of a I don't like you moment. So I need to do a restart, but I'm not using it tonight for that reason. But I do normally use one. And it's cool, it's good. Usually it's good. That's fantastic for when we're doing Logging League and switching between different scenes and that all the time. Really handy, but I've found it really good for doing my Lego as well. But it's not working at all. I have the XL. Is that what it's called? It's got the 15 buttons on the front, but it doesn't have the dials, so it's the slightly older one. Let's see what model it is on there. Pretty sure it's the XL. Quite reach. I've actually been I've been quite surprised, I don't know if others have noticed this as well, on PC prices. I noticed a lot of PCs in the last couple of weeks, you know, running RTX 4060s or something like that, so, you know, a decent graphics card. Like, you can pick one up for 1,500 New Zealand dollars at the moment. I mean, compared to what I paid for this PC with a 3070 in it 2 years ago, I mean, it seems cheap. Seems cheap for a 4060 graphics card. Considering everything else seems to be going up in prices, some things don't. I don't know, with the consumer electronics are being stung by the cost of living, so people aren't buying them, so they're discounting prices to try and encourage spending on it. I don't know. COVID tax is dropping. Definitely heard that's happening in the building industry, Jason. You made pancakes, Yoss. Good man. I said I was going to swap. I was going to swap, and then I did not. The guitars aren't getting cheaper. I mean, I looked at guitars yesterday at Shibo. Looking at getting one for our youngest. He's doing guitar lessons at school, so I encourage him to keep doing that, so we're going to get him one for Christmas. Just need to find out what he's been practicing on. I went into the rock shop and, like, I'm looking for a guitar for my son. He's learning, he's 10. And they're like, does he learn on a classical guitar, an acoustic guitar? What sort of strings does he use? How big is he? What size is he? How well can he play? I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know. I'll find out from his music teacher what he uses and what he should be getting. Shame you're not allowed to drive. You'd like some too, Yoran. I mean, Yoss could deliver you some, Yoran, couldn't he? You don't drive at all. You could ride a bike though, couldn't you? A push bike? Isn't that what you do over there? Hey Johnny, how are you? Good evening. I said before, I apologise to anyone who has joined and gone, where's the Lego building? Where's the Casey building? Just as I started my stream deck and my second camera decided it didn't want to work anymore. Something's happened with the USB connections, I don't know what it is. Probably just needs a reboot on the PC. Everything was working fine up until literally 5 minutes before the stream, so that's why we're not doing that. It's a bit of a bummer. Annoying, but it's what it is. Gosh, we're going to run out of trucks soon. That one's 95% full too. We're actually going to be out of place. Believe it or not, the carrots, beets and parsnips are out now. So no need to pre-order. You can go and buy it. Nightbot is not being 100% truthful with you. Right, where's the trucks? The truck's only just there. Crikey, we're going to be fed up with nothing to do soon. You can ask Yoss to make a pancake stop in California, but make you the last one since it's 1:30 AM. Fair enough. Yeah, truck's full. Truck's full. Grain carts are both 50% full. We're going to be fed up soon. Enjoying the new DLC, Johnny. Nice. Good to hear. I still think that'd be a bit fun. Carrots, or doing a big harvest of those with 2 or 3 of the self-propelled, even not the self-propelled ones, but the tow-behind ones, but doing it on a multiplayer server could be a lot of fun. We did those we did a few of those back in the early days of the channel. We did some multiplayer sessions where I time-lapsed them. They were good fun, actually. It's got on, it wasn't streamed, we just chewed the fat. Had some fun, swapped jobs, made some silage, did some... Gosh, what did we do? Silage, did a few harvests of different sorts. And the first one we did was actually on Lone Oak. That was cool. Such a good map. Almost, what, 85% full on that bus. Oh, Scott got caught out in the trees. No, we're gonna have to stop. Alright, trucks. Oh, the trucks still haven't made it back. Yeah, the other one must be just about. It's just pulling into the silos there. Hey, Fabsy. Hello. Hans is getting another truck set up. At least in another truck. Can't remember the last time we were down here harvesting these fields. Was it corn? I don't feel like it took that long. Did this one here. Alright, truck's done. How's TJ going on that field? He's making some good progress. I missed a little bit, TJ. But I'm checking up on you or anything. Bonus truck. Yeah, both grain carts are pretty much the same. 93, 94%. I'll fill that truck up straight away anyhow. G'day Grant, how are you? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Talking earlier about the V8s. Are you going to be tuning into Adelaide this weekend? Honestly, look at that truck's gonna be full. Now the... Oh, I was gonna say, what have we got here? But that one's on its way down. That one's just arriving at the yard. That one's on its way down here, and this one's gonna be full. May do, then you might forget as well. I don't know how much I'm actually going to be able to catch this weekend. Things probably Sunday night, Sunday afternoon. I'll be able to watch the second race. I don't want to see a championship decided based on someone having a crash or, you know, being mechanical issue or anything like that. But it'd make it exciting if it did go to the final race. I'm thinking of like Newcastle a few years ago when Scotty Mack managed to ruin his first chance. It's a pretty exciting round that was. I think how long that feels now. I suppose to be fair to the trucks, we are harvesting our corn at 12 miles per hour. Might be a little bit cheaty. Alright. What are we? 10:40. We're going to get pretty close to finishing this, but probably not quite get it done. That was 20 minutes? Yeah, we'll go close. We'll go close. I'm looking forward to this weekend having a go with the row crop ready planting on No Creek Farms. So you got all the lime spread. I had a little bit more to do, but got a lot of the lime spread on those fields last week. So looking forward to getting into that. I'm halfway through, 3/4 of the way through an episode for Chilliwack, so I need to get that finished off too. And get that series coming to a conclusion actually. It's been a while since we've done anything on it. You know, been an interesting couple of weeks, even though I feel like we've done lots. It's, a lot of the premium expansion stuff took priority over those things. We'll get to it. That truck. That truck's only what, just unload? Haven't got to unload yet. The other one coming down the road there, so not too far away. There's a reason that truck isn't unloading. Made it to the right spot. The second truck, which is doing 0 miles per hour, is not unloading. Might have to go and have a look at it. I think Kamari Battle doesn't do much for you these days. Yeah, it's certainly lost some of its aura, hasn't it? Does that truck down at the silos need to hurry up because it's not unloading? Like it's got to the trigger but hasn't unloaded. myself, but it's easy to ask others too. Alright, there we go. TJ's jumped in it. It's unloading now. Perfect. Such a handy tool that, what is it? I can't even remember what it's called now. Something Inspector. Sync Inspector. So handy to be able to see what everyone's doing. The only thing I don't know is what the little @ flashing in front of someone's speed is. You're right about it not being much different though, other than the panels on the outside of the engine. And even then the engine could have just about, well, the preference was for the engine to be the same. I've read some interesting things about the whole formula for trying to have some competition and, as you know, some variety as well as some parity. Alright. And down they go. Have they got their beacon on? What do you mean incendiary? Field. I'll figure out how many passes there are there. Oh. 4, 5 more passes. 4, I reckon. 4 plus the one on our left, so 5 total. Right, truck's back, truck's coming back. Truck can't be full yet. Alright. Be able to keep us going now. 9 minutes for the one truck to get back here, even with going at 60 miles per hour. So with this, we're definitely going to be over the 50 million mark with the product we've got. I mean, we already are if you count the couple of $1 million worth of stuff we have sitting in the oh, Corp's not going to wait for me. Thought he would have waited for me. Now he's going to stop. We've definitely got enough product to get over there. You hadn't seen. Got $2.7 million sitting in there. What? What can't we use? The wool's getting up there, isn't it? 100,000 litres of wool. It's impressive. That's wool's at a good price at the moment. I don't know what the plan is for the wool, but we actually got a better price for wool. Wool than we think we might at any other stage. I don't know whether they're talking about getting a production or what they're going to do. 565, 65, 65, yeah. When you got your beacon on, oh, is that what it is? Ah, it is too. I didn't know that incendiary. That's pretty cool. So if you put your beacon on because you're a combine and it tells you when you can't see the beacon, you can see it up there. Ah, thank you. Thank you. What do I think of the Vegas F1 show? Didn't start off too well, Grant. It was a little bit of a potential banana peel for them, but I think the racing redeemed it. The race, I think, is one of the best races I've watched this year. And it helped that it started at 7 PM for me on a Sunday night. It was quite pleasant to sit down after dinner and watch a Formula 1 race. Normally they're at some ungodly hour, but yeah, no, I was pleasantly surprised. The race was as good as it was going to be. So it's interesting. They've just anyone who knows, oh gosh, I can't remember his name now. The American billionaire who owns the Las Vegas Knights, the ice hockey team that won the Stanley Cup last year. He also owns Bournemouth FC, the football team, and has shares in one of the League One teams in France. Anyhow, he has just been given a license for a new A-League expansion club here in New Zealand, in Auckland. So it's going to be interesting. Actually, it's going to be kind of cool. Obviously, you know, we're close to Wellington, been Wellington Phoenix supporters for a long time, but just the fact we've got, you know, someone with the obviously the money and the history of investing in sports clubs coming into New Zealand, running an organisation is pretty cool. Up until now, they've all been done by sort of local people with probably more of a limited pool of resources and maybe a little bit less experience with that kind of thing. So it's pretty cool. I'm intrigued to see what it does for football in New Zealand. Could be a good thing. See, race time screwed with your brain. It was a little bit topsy-turvy, wasn't it? But I don't normally get to watch the races because they're normally on at like 2 in the morning our time, so this was a nice change. There's probably about a third, maybe a third of the races are good times for us now. It's just the European ones that really aren't. South America is always good. Brazil, Mexico, some of the US ones, pretty good. Australia's good. Japan's normally a good time. Oh, yeah, it's interesting. Bill Foley, thank you, Kiwi Simulations. That's yeah, it could be. Well, that will be interesting to see what it means for sport in New Zealand. Vegas was a bad time for you. You got up and it had finished. Yeah, FSG had just got up for recording Aussie Farms, and it had finished. I said, "Oh, did you get up and watch the race this morning?" He's like, "Nah." Thought about it. It's too early. It's about as late as they could do it though. Wasn't it, Mark? Any earlier in the evening Vegas time, it would have been even worse for you guys. Alright, both trucks back. And one is on its way down to the... Where's there? One, two, three, four. devices, like I thought. Oh no, fire. Oh, that's right. That's right. This GPS didn't line up perfectly, did it? So it's going to be 4.5. I remember now. Okay, that makes more sense. I am embarrassed to say, bumps and bobbers, I haven't even set it up yet. I haven't even unplugged it into my PC. I haven't had time. I wanted to do it with the wheel and everything, and the wheel got sent to me separately, so... but it's here. I'm excited to have a play around with it and see how it all works. I think I'm going to go completely cold turkey, back up my inputs, but reset everything back to default. I was having a look on the Thrustmaster website. They've actually got... I don't know if you guys have seen this. I still got it up here. I'm sure some of the others who've reviewed it have got it shared, but just go here. I've got this handy guide for what everything does, which is pretty cool. It was interesting to see how they've programmed it by default, particularly these buttons down here, and what their intention were for these ones. Switch to previous, switch to next, attached, that made sense to me. Left indicator, right indicator, so yeah, it's kind of interesting. Interesting how it works. But yeah, dead keen to get in and have a play. You're in the same time zone as Vegas. It's a weird to watch qualifying at midnight and the delayed pre-practice to the start at 2:30. I felt bad for the drivers of the teams. It's nuts, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think they handled that as well as they could have. I hear you, Grant. Just discovered your TV had lagged 2.5 minutes behind the actual live stream. Well, time for a new TV. Oh, time for a new TV. The center, I want that joystick. I've been goodish. I'd love to say I had a spare one to give you a bow. Do you want a T16000? I think I might have a spare one of those now. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking forward to playing with it. Figure out the best way to set it all up. I'm also trying to figure out how to like do my whole setup here. Kind of, I've got that way the gaming monitor there, which is, and then that way is my second monitor, which has OBS and everything on it. But they're both on. I've got a monitor mount which I can swivel them out of the way, so I'm half tempted to set up my wheel offset so it's not in my main play zone, and meaning I can just sort of wheel myself across, twist one of the monitors around, and when I'm playing I can do that, but I'm not sure yet. Bad time of year for them to run out of stock. I just think they've completely underestimated the demand for it, Farms and Bob. I really do. Goodish should be close enough. We can't all be perfect, Mrs. Professor. Goodish is close enough for me. It's certainly something fun about having the two joysticks set up when I've done some excavator work and things like that. It's pretty cool. I've been trying to find like a clamp-on mount that I can. A Thrustmaster do one. It's actually on special at the moment for Black Fridays, but it's still quite expensive. But I was trying to figure out if there's some way I could even mount it, make a unscrew the arm on my office chair, and use that fixing on the bottom to fabricate a bracket up or something where I could mount it out on the arm, but I don't know. Do you know what I really want? Is if anyone was paying close, again, in DJ's video from Agritechnica, anyone paid close attention to what he was, when he was driving the Massey Ferguson 9S on the Massey stand, he was sitting in the, basically a chair from the tractor, and they had those set up. I was like, that's epic. I want one of those as a gaming station. It'd be pretty cool. Need to build an extension, only good architects. The architect's the cheap part, but it's the paying for the extension that's expensive. Hey Thomas, how you doing? How are things going with the challenge that has been set for this? We are halfway, so this is a $100 million challenge, so we're sitting just under 50 million. We've got $2.7 million of things floating around, plus we're just halfway through a corn harvest, so just bear that in mind. There's $1 million worth of dried corn. We are currently $1.1 million with 1.1 million litres of corn to go through to dry, so by the time we finish these fields we probably have doubled the amount of corn. And then looking around the map of what we own, we've got 77 planted and growing, that's corn, 41 41's in corn and growing, 42's in soybeans and growing, 116's corn and growing, 115's oats and growing, 110's ready to harvest with soybeans, and then 108 in those fields there are both growing, so a fair amount of crop that'll be coming through soon. Need a cup of coffee if I'm done before I'm back. See you later and have a good rest of your days, and see you later. I know what you're trying to say, Joran. I don't think it came out the way you wanted it to, but there will be a good chance I'll be finished before you get back. But thanks for hanging out, my friend. Good to see you. Speedy recovery from your little accident. It's always the when you least expect it, you're gonna do something stupid and hurt yourself. We'll see you again soon, mate. See you again soon. So we might, I'm half by thinking, while this server keeps on ticking over and getting towards our target, I had thought we might have got there by Christmas, but I think 4 weeks might be a little bit optimistic. But we have got our Alma, Missouri server set up and going too, and that has the challenge of owning all the fields and harvesting crop on them twice. Obviously a smaller map, but smaller fields. Still, so we're not setting a monetary target. It's an own a certain amount of land, which is all of it. Go through it that way. So we might try and do some streams on that in the next couple of weeks. See how we go. Good to show you progress there. Right, what do we got left? We've got this pass and one more afterwards, so we'll get that finished off, and that'll be us just about done. Look here where everyone else is working. TJ's done a great job. That's just about mulch. Look there. He has just about got through that whole field. 1, 2, he's only got 4 more passes left. And then another field over here where Hanson's working at the moment. Go to the next screen. He's got just over halfway through it. So yeah, soldiering on. But if we've got, I'm going to jump in out of here quite a bit. If we end up with, let's say, 3 million litres of corn, 2.5 million litres of corn off these fields, and we take a look at what else we've got, that's about $2.5 million. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably another 3 million, 4 million litres of corn still to harvest. That's another 4 million, so knock that out. It'll take too long to get through it. Do we have to harvest all the crops on Alma? Not all the crops, no, but we just want to run 2 harvests on each field, so basically each field has to be harvested twice. But with whatever crops, we could do the whole lot on corn, wheat, soybeans, sugar beets, potatoes. sugarcane, poplar. No, not all the crops. Maybe our next one might have to be an animal-based challenge. Don't know. Wait and see. Right, last pass and we'll be done our field. Only root crops. You won't see me streaming on that much, Mrs. Professor. That'll be a leave it up to the masses to manage. So before we do wrap things up, as we get closer to the end of the stream, I want you to double check you've dropped a thumbs up, hit the like button, done all those nice, generous things that you do for us. You're very much appreciated. Two thumbs up from you, thanks Bo. One's enough. Alright. Scott Stone looks like he'd been drinking. Right. Getting there, getting there, getting there. This worked out pretty well for timing actually, knocked those two fields out, almost 3 fields out. Finishing up here right on 11 o'clock or just after. Too bad. Another truck full, one is a third full and the other must be on its way back, is it? Yes, there it is. Right, done. Right, let's head on back down. We'll take this back down to the other end. I don't know if these guys want to use the combine or not, but we'll leave it parked up down here for them to have a play around with in case they want to. Driving with our auger out though. Cheers, Bo. Thanks for hanging out, mate. You made it all the way to... See, you should have just joined us. You've made it all the way to 11. You stayed up for the whole stream. Thanks, mate. We will chat again soon. I'll have a look at what you sent me. Looking forward to having a play around with that. In fact, I showed it to Mrs. Argsy tonight and she had some feedback. Which I hadn't shown her, to be honest. That's not helpful. Oh, you still haven't downloaded the mods. Oh, fair enough then. Would have been a bit hard to join without those, wouldn't it? Alright, let's leave this parked up here. See what they're going to do. Don't know. Oh, I'll turn it off. I fold it up either. Turn the combine off. Oh my goodness, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Fire the header. Turn off the engine. Pop out. Right, there we go. No, just about the way I presented it. Hey Darren, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Oh, I suppose we should have a quick screenshot while they're all here. You're rude not to. Get TJ to come over. Oh, goodness. Scared me. Oh, TJ's found his way here. Yeah, see, bro. Oh, you don't need your combine, but I'm handsome. You got back before I left. You're on good job. Should have timed it. I think he's gone to the effort of bringing it over here. Alright, there we go. Go and hop on the other header. We'll do a frontal one then. Here we go. Right, that'll do. Thank you, fellas. Appreciate your help out tonight. It's been good to get that all done and good to make some more progress. To everyone in chat, thank you all very much for joining us as well. Nice to have you here. Nice to have a bit of banter. Again, my apologies that we weren't able to carry on with the construction of the tractor. I'm as bummed out as you guys are, to be perfectly honest. So hopefully we'll be able to get into that next week. Not next week, sorry. I'm not here next Wednesday, so it'll have to be a fortnight's time from now. I really want to get it finished. I want to finish it off, and you know, I was hoping I could suggest that someone gets me the other one for Christmas. So we'll see how we go. Thanks, Farms and Bob. You too, Corpnut. Thanks for your help. Yos, we will see you again soon, no doubt. To the rest of you all, thank you very much for hanging out with us this evening. We will be live again over the weekend at some stage, just keep an eye out for that. Yeah, otherwise, appreciate your support. You guys all rock. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you again soon. I've got no buttons to press. I'm going to have to do this all manually and figure out how to do it. So, bear with me, and we'll get gone. We'll get out of here. Right. See you later. Take care. Bye.